Ladies and gentlemen, Kim here. Welcome to the Daily Update. Hope you guys had a good day trading today. Market is up, actually down 0.3% there. On the S&P, Nasdaq is green today. Semiconductor flat, Dow 0.4% negative along with the Russell 2000. Transport is green 0.3%. Banks got hit along with the energy and biotech. Healthcare also joined that team there with the negative numbers. We got home builders pretty much flat, utilities down a little bit, actually about 1% there, retail down, emerging market down, Bitcoin pretty much about a 0.5% negative. Gold, silver, miners making a move today, continuations it seems. So remember we talked about that on the weekend video, that we might see that gold market is preparing for a breakout. So we'll kind of have to see how the gold market plays out this entire week before we revisit this weekend. Dollar up, oil up, treasury bond down, VIX is up a little bit. Let's stick with S&P 500 ETF. Spider, 65-minute chart here. So this is where we closed. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, Friday, right? That's where we're closed on Friday. And it looks like we opened flat, came down a little bit, pretty much zigzagged all day long here. So I given you this number right here, right? 445, 440. That's the number that bulls need to defend if they do not want to see bears getting all rowdy here, right? So we're flirting with this level here, that 440-ish area. Spider did close the day with a 439.06 with a little bit of that hammer candle and a little bit of the follow through on the last hour. Just enough to kind of let the bears sweat a little bit. Just enough so that bulls get a little bit of hope going into tomorrow. But this is important level if bulls want to turn things around. Things looking a bit heavy, you can see we do have that gap, down gap that's still open. We also talked about the fact that, that long-term moving average has been acting as a resistance continually, right? The impressive resume guy, it is supporting the bears, not to mention my midterm moving average is also in that vicinity. We saw that tankage on Thursday and Friday. Got flushed down through all my short-term and micro-term moving averages, also broke below that 445. So looking at things in the short term of things, the sentiment is bearish. And structurally, you can see we are cultivating lower low here in the short term of things. So things are looking hectic for the buyers this week. But what the buyers are hoping for right now is potentially working with kind of a short to midterm structure aspect, right? This right here is still can be considered and possibly can be labeled, not as of today though, we're still in the vicinity, it's a potential level of the higher low, because we got the low, we got the higher low. Only way we can label this level as a higher low is if this thing goes up and start cultivating its own higher lows and higher highs. And for it to do that, it needs to get up here, probably go up and fill this gap, 460, 465 there. If bulls can get up to, that's why I'm giving you this level right here, 460, 465 is the level bulls can claim and declare victory in this mess we've been in this year. But right now, bears are pushing it down, flirting with that level, that important level. So bulls desperately need a move as quickly as possible, right? And need to get above 445, 446 if you want to sweat the bears a little bit, right? Down here, bears feeling pretty confident as of today. They're probably thinking, any pop will be some sort of, dead cat bounce or something like that. I think this is a level that bulls need to see a follow through, and obviously bears don't want to deal with that, because trust me, bulls start to see a follow through. Bulls bring it to 445, 446. Bears gonna start to panic a little bit, and you don't want to deal with anything like that, right? You don't. If you're a bear and you want to see lower prices, 420 or lower, you do not want bulls to hang around in this vicinity. The reason being is that look at that oscillator. I mean, I get it, that oscillator, we did see that cross. However, we need to see a follow-through move, because this can be whipsawed, right? I mean, this can look something like this, like looks like it's gonna, cross up and then it crosses back down. So what bears want to do, this is bears' objective going into tomorrow. Bring this oscillator back down, right? And mop the floor for days. Preferably this entire week. Mopping that floor with that oscillator and bring the price down. Because right now, we see one pop, just one day of green day. We will see this oscillator advancing to the upside. This is a very, very important level, I must say, for both bulls and bears. Because bulls are just barely hanging around, barely hanging on the thread right here, just dangling around, trying to find any kind of footing to march back up right here. And the oscillator, as of today, things can change. It is favoring the bulls, but looking for that follow through. And if we see that follow through on that oscillator, I believe bulls can push back up at 446 or so. It will be very interesting how this market plays out. I'm gonna come back for you. We'll reassess the situation. Enjoy your evening. Good luck trading tomorrow.